Mitch Renz, Chat Sports. What's going on, boss?
What's going on, buddy? That was a hell of an intro.
It's an action entrance. It is nearly Thanksgiving. We got 3 games tomorrow, and I called you to talk about them, but I'm also making a Friendsgiving meal. I hope you're okay with that. Don't get jealous. Don't drool on your phone. The first game is Lions-Vikings. I gotta base this turkey, man. This is outrageous. So give me something about Lions-Vikings that I need to know.
Lions-Vikings. I think if you're going to look at all the DFS games this week, I think this is the game that you want to avoid.
Yeah?
Lions and Vikings historically, the Lions and the Vikings historically have been lower scoring games, and there's not really any matchups in this game that I'm super crazy about. I mean, maybe Stephon Diggs this past year. Diggs, 5 catches, 98 yards, and then last season he had 13 catches, 80 yards, but Case Keenum's been playing better, but I don't want to start Stafford or really anybody from that Lions team going up against this Vikings defense that they're legit, man. Like, this Vikings team is for real. Mike Zimmer, Coach of the Year. I've been praising it all year, and I just think you got to continue to roll. But if I'm looking from a DFS standpoint, dude, I'm not really going to touch many guys from this game just because I love the guys in the next 2 games.
But Thielen, here's the thing. What I think a lot of people are going to be taking Thielen because he's been like a legitimate top 5 receiver the past couple of weeks. And I also think that, you know, Darius Slay's the #1 corner for Detroit. He's probably going to be lined up on Diggs on the outside. He really doesn't move into the slot. So what do you think about Thielen? Because he's going to, in most DraftKings tournaments, he'll probably be the #1 receiver, right?
Yeah, and I don't know if that's kind of why I don't really want to pick him. Like,
okay.
For me, DFS, I don't look for guys who are going to be highly owned. And he's actually the highest guy priced for FanDuel, and I haven't seen for DraftKings. But yeah, Thielen right now is, I believe, top 5 wide receiver in terms of fantasy points. What?
Chicken stock.
Stock? Oh, man. You're making me... I told you, I have to work tomorrow, so I'm pretty jealous that you guys get to enjoy this Thanksgiving meal.
No, I said you cannot drool, man. Keep it professional. You're a pro. You're a pro.
You're right,
so,
I am.
Yeah, so that was 21-14 the last time they played. So I think you're right in that it could be a low-scoring affair. But Latavius Murray's got 4 touchdowns in 4 games. So you don't think he has any value as like a low-price goal line back?
Sure, he has some value. I mean, but also the Lions really just struggled this past week. I understand with the Bears, but Murray's also not a guy who I really like DFS. I just like going after the guys who I think have a lot more upside. I mean, sure, when you look at the other running backs in these other games, I guess we'll get into it. I don't want to totally give away all my picks.
Don't give away your secrets. It's early.
From a safe floor standpoint, Murray is a guy to go with. I mean, he's had 15-plus carries in 4 straight games, so...
Okay, so you're so excited about the next game. Let's just move on to the next game. Tell me about the afternoon game, because that's a game where, like, before Tyron Smith was, like, made questionable, I was going to start every Charger possible. And right now, just so you know, I'm about to drop some butter into the pan, and we're going to make some stuffing, okay?
Sounds good, my man.
Okay.
I'll roll with the players then.
So Dallas Chargers. I was going to start all my Chargers, but does Tyron Smith change that?
Smith, I think, helps out the Chargers starters in a way. So the reason why I say that is because I want a high-scoring game, and I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I'm down here in Dallas right now, and people are in full panic mode right now with the Cowboys, and it's understandable. They're not going to have Sean Lee, and right now when Sean Lee's not in the game for the Cowboys, they're giving up about 35 points a game.
They've been getting torched.
And in those 4 games, dude, they've given up 165 rushing yards per game. I love Melvin Gordon this week, and I understand the whole, like, Melvin Gordon, he's kind of been shifty, and this Chargers offense is kind of iffy, but right now the Cowboys can't stop anybody on the ground, and I think it's Melvin Gordon. I would even consider stacking him with a guy like Phillip Rivers. Heck, playing a guy like Keenan Allen, who this past week absolutely went off. He was a guy who I talked about on my Fantasy Football Rumors podcast, which you guys should check out on iTunes, how Keenan Allen is a huge buy low guy right now, and I think this game is going to be higher scoring, and I think the Cowboys figured it out a little bit. Alfred Morris hasn't looked bad the last few games. I mean, he's averaging over 5 yards per carry. I think this is a game that's going to have a lot of fantasy production in it. So,
well, you know, a lot of people want to get caught up in the whole Melvin Gordon, Austin Eckler thing, but given all the noise of the blowout, people aren't really talking. Melvin Gordon had every carry for the Chargers in the first half of that game. Obviously, you want to give Eckler some burn in the second half when it's a blowout. But what do you think about the Chargers' defense as a play? Like, if I went Rivers, Gordon, Allen, That's a big stack, but would you think the Chargers defense on top is overkill? The butter's melting. I'm going to drop some vegetables in.
You're good, my man. So, do I think it's overkill from that standpoint? I would really only play the Chargers defense if I'm only really going to start Melvin Gordon. I like to kind of stack my defenses and running backs together, but I mean, the Chargers defense actually has not been that bad, but then when you consider just how awful the offensive line play has been for the Cowboys, I mean, they've given up 8 sacks.
That's what I'm saying. It's Bosa and Ingram. Obviously, Casey Hayward is going to be on Dez, and, you know, Dax had been up and down, but the pass rush, I think, could be game-winning for San Diego. That's why I was so concerned about Tyron Smith at the top of the show.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, the Cowboys have given up 12 sacks the last 2 weeks. Obviously, Claiborne had 6 2 weeks ago, but...
Salt and pepper, of course.
I don't want to say this Chargers defense has been playing better. I just think they got Nathan Peterman last week, and Peterman was definitely not ready to say
it was a joke, yeah.
But I will say the Chargers this season are the 3rd best team against quarterbacks in terms of QBR, which I think is kind of a surprising statistic.
Absolutely.
They've been an underrated defense. So, do I think it's a sneaky play for the Chargers defense? Sure, but I will also say I'm not crazy about starting defenses that are away teams unless they're truly, truly elite. Yeah. If I'm going to play a defense this week, it's more than likely going to be the Vikings.
Well, yeah, you got to play a defense. So what defense are you are going to play the Vikings? Is that the most expensive defense on the board?
I would probably have to go in and look on FanDuel or DraftKings. Okay. But I would imagine they're the most expensive defense. They've been the best defense, so...
They really have been.
I mean, out of all the teams that are playing on Thursday. So I'm going to go with the team that I think is most talented and rolling.
Yeah. So what do you think about? Let's get to the nightcap, and then we'll circle back around. So no Sterling Shepard possibly for the Giants, and obviously no Chris Thompson for the Redskins. So there's going to be touches up for grabs. So are there any buys in that game that interest you? Any starts?
For sure. So I'll start with the Giants. I think a guy who you absolutely have to look at is their tight end, Evan Ingram. The Redskins right now, I believe, they've given up the 3rd most receiving yards to tight ends. So, and I think right now Ingram's really one of the only healthy bodies that team has, and he leads the team in receiving yards, and he's the main option right now for the Giants. So I think from a DFS standpoint, a tight end that you could definitely rely on is a guy like Evan Ingram. But the Redskins is the team that I really want to target. From a quarterback standpoint, I like Kirk Cousins this week. Kirk Cousins has been pretty amazing considering the fact that he hasn't had Jordan Reed, Terrell Pryor, a healthy like Crowder. Like, he's been missing a bunch of pieces, and now he's missing Thompson. But a stack that I really like this week is Kirk Cousins and Josh Doxson.
Whoa.
Josh Doxson was a guy I loved coming out of TCU, 1st-round draft pick.
Yeah, big name.
Big dude, big red zone target. And, I mean, he saw 7 targets last week, 81 yards, 4 catches. And I think a lower price stack that you can do with Doxson and Kirk Cousins, who I think is the quarterback to play, I think that's the way to roll it, considering the Giants... Sure, the Giants played well last week against the Chiefs, but the Chiefs have not been playing particularly good football, and the weather in that game was horrible. I mean, the 3 games previous to that, the Giants gave up 25 points in 3 straight matchups. So I like rolling with Kirk Cousins, and I'm going to go with a team who I think the Redskins right now at 4-6. I think they're a good team. Like, they've lost some tough games. They've lost to the Eagles twice. They've lost to the Saints. They've lost to the Chiefs when they were playing well. Like, this team has I think they've had the hardest schedule in the NFL, so don't count out the Redskins. Josh Doxson, Kirk Cousins, I think it's a solid stack.
Okay, so what I'm doing now, Mitch, is I got my vegetables in the pan. I got some croutons. So a lot of people want to toast bread. I think it's okay to buy store-bought because, honestly, it's just cubed bread. It's cubed bread. I like a little bit of seasoning. A lot of people want to control the sodium count, but if I get one unseasoning and one seasoning, that's about as good as it gets. So I'm going to drop these in. Hold on, let me give it a stir over here. So my only angle for Golden Tate, and it's backed by very little statistical evidence, is that he's a gamer, you know? He's a big game, and the Lions kind of need this game. This is a big game for them, and it's Thanksgiving. I just feel like Golden Tate wants to be eating the turkey leg at the end of the game, and that's why he might work his way into one of my lineups. Obviously, we don't like the Lions' run game or any other Lions' weapons. I think Marvin Jones will get locked down. In the second game, what do you think about Alfred Morris? Because the Chargers' run defense has been shaky. LaShawn McCoy was still breaking off runs when that game was at neutral state on Sunday.
So I think the interesting thing with Alfred Morris is he's looked pretty good, but I mean, I think the most talented running back in that backfield is Rod Smith.
Yeah.
Obviously with Elliott, but here's the thing. Like, I don't trust the Cowboys offense right now. And even if Alfred Morris is going to go out there and get me, let's say, 70, 80 yards, I'm not confident in the fact that they're going to be able to score a lot. And I just think in a game where they're going to be losing most of this game, I think Rod Smith is a sneakier play, but sure, Morris has the floor, but I'm sorry. When I play DFS, man, I'm not looking for floor.
Not looking for floors, baby. All the way up.
And that's the thing. I just don't think Alfred Morris has that high upside.
All right, so Mitch, I got some fresh herbs. I'm not doing some dry stuff. Smell this. Smell it?
It looks like it smells phenomenal.
It's rosemary.
What is it?
Rosemary, sage, thyme. You rub it. It kind of activates it a little bit. And then we're just going to trim it off the sides, and we're going to drop it in. And that's our, like, dry seasoning. I wish you could smell what I'm smelling. Put your nose in the trees.
Rosemary is actually one of my favorite scents, like, things to eat. I love
really?
rosemary chicken. So
my mom hates it. But my mom ain't here. Okay, so if I don't want to pay for the Vikings defense, what's another option that we could substitute to potentially get some good value?
Oh, man. I guess.
I know, that's tough, right?
It is tough, but I guess then if I'm just going to go off of value, I guess I'm going to say the Chargers.
Right?
I mean, it almost has to be. And the Cowboys the last 2 weeks have scored 7 and 9 points against the Falcons and the Eagles. Like, the Eagles are a legit team.
That's the thing. The Eagles is a strong case, but again, you got to score against the Falcons, and that just gives me so much cause for concern. Sorry, cut you off. Go.
Oh, you're good, brother. And I just think, like, where the Chargers are good on defense is getting after the quarterback.
Yeah.
And right now where the Cowboys are bad is protecting the quarterback. And right now Dak is shook up. I'm telling you, like, there's a lot of reports down here. He's on TV. Like, they look scared. Like, and they look sincerely worried. And they should be. They're getting exposed a little bit now without Zeke and without Smith. And Dez isn't stepping up the way that he should. I guess the play that, I'm going to go with is the Chargers, who they have to be feeling good. I mean, they have to be feeling confident after just absolutely whooping the Bills. And I mean, they even said it last week when the Bills started Peterman that they felt disrespected.
Yeah.
Because we don't respect the Chargers. And I think right now at 4-6, the Chargers are the best team in that division.
Woo! Fire take, Mr. Renz. Fire take. This is a big game for them if they have playoff aspirations. I'm just kind of pulling this stage off.
I think the Chargers are playing the best out of that division.
Definitely. Well, I mean, the Raiders and the Chiefs are kind of in free fall. The Broncos don't have a quarterback, so it's almost by default at this point. I want to let you go because honestly, it's getting hot in here, and the camera and the lights. I'm schwitzing. So we've kind of, if you listen, you can reverse engineer what kind of lineup we're gonna play. Celery, but what's the number one must-have lineup? And then one interesting contrarian play. And then we'll talk about desserts. We'll wrap it up.
So, when you say must-have lineup, so I guess I'll say quarterback, I'm starting Kirk Cousins.
Uh-huh.
And then my running backs will be Gordon. And I'll go with the Latavius Murray pick.
Uh-huh.
Even though I think Samaje Perine is also sneaky. He had 20 carries last week. And now without Thompson, could be a guy to go in there. But, so I'll say quarterback Cousins, Melvin Gordon will be my running back.
Okay.
I'll say Latavius Murray. My wide receivers will be Keenan Allen, Josh Doxson, tight end, Evan Ingram. Kicker, I'll go with, who do I want to go as a kicker? I'll go with
overrated.
I'll go with Raider, Lions kicker.
Okay.
Home in a dome.
Home in a dome.
And then the Vikings defense.
Okay. I just stirred my vegetables. They're going to come out hot. I'm going to drop them in my bowl of croutons. We're going to throw the seasoning in, salt, pepper, and then slowly some chicken broth. And then that's going to go right into our pan. All right? How's that sound?
Dude, I'm ready to go.
Bang. Bang, dude. Dinner is overrated, though. What's your number one Thanksgiving dessert? And I'll let you go. I'm going to wash my hands.
It's anything pumpkin. So I know, like, I've kind of, like, put
what?
this in my I'm a huge pumpkin fan. I always say I'm a basic Mitch when it comes to
whoa,
pumpkin.
I can believe that.
Lattes, pumpkin roll, pumpkin pie, man, I kill it. Basic Mitch, that's me.
I'm going to go with cheesecake because there's not enough cheese in Thanksgiving. Think about the turkey, no cheese, gravy, stuffing, no cheese, right? We got to get something.
Can I be honest?
You don't like cheesecake?
I'm saying this, no, I love, dude, I have the biggest sweet tooth ever.
Come on now.
Cheesecake.
All right.
This this is my thing. I said it at work yesterday. I personally think Thanksgiving dinner is one of the most overrated meals you can possibly have.
What?
Like,
Fire
I
Tate.
like turkey. I like turkey, but I would much rather have chicken or steak. I don't get crazy over stuffing. I don't get crazy over mashed potatoes. Like, I don't know, man. Like, I like the idea of Thanksgiving, but I eat a little bit of the dinner, and then I kill it on the desserts. Pecan pie, pumpkin pie.
That's
we have
fantastic.
cheesecake as well. We do cannolis. Like,
Bam.
man, we do it up. And I love desserts.
The important thing is you have a good game
plan. What's up?
I said you got a good game plan. It's good. You've established, you got a plan of attack. 'Cause it's a long day of eating. It's good you have a strategy.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like I said, I got to work, so I do not get to enjoy any of the Thanksgiving, which kind of sucks, but it's part of the deal you get, I guess, when you work in sports.
Well, call yourself up a steak. I know you probably got some good barbecue around there, too. That's Mitch Renz, Chat Sports. He's got to spend all day tomorrow watching football. Boo-hoo. You can find him on Twitter at Mitchell Renz 365 and on Chat Sports in video form. And thank you for hanging with me as I cook up some stuffing. I appreciate it.
Thanks, brother. Thanks for the invite. You have a happy Thanksgiving. Send my wishes to you and your family.
Happy and healthy to the squad.